Hello everybody, I do a lot of rambling in this video, so I'm going to give it to you in short version. Basically, what I ramble about is getting back to creating for yourself and also enjoying the imperfect process, whatever that may mean to you. For a long time, I was on design teams and creating for different kit clubs and all that kind of stuff. And I was doing a lot of mixed media, scrapbooking, art journaling, that kind of thing. I still enjoy those things, but I was finding myself in a creative rut and not enjoying it anymore. So I found myself dabbling and playing around with watercoloring and card making and things like that. And I have just fallen in love with crafting. That is in short of what I ramble about. So if you don't want to hear me ramble for the next 10 minutes, feel free to just turn off your sound and watch me attempt to watercolor a galaxy on this wood slice. I am going to be talking a little bit about enjoying the imperfect process and what that means to me. But first, I will give you the basics for this project. So I got this little wood slice. That's what they call them. I looked it up because I was like, what do I even call this? But I got it at Michael's, and I believe it was like $2 or $3, and it's pretty small. I want to say it's about 4-ish inches, 4 or 5 inches. And I covered it with gesso. I wanted to leave the outer part, the edge, the wood color, but in the end it didn't work out that way. Kind of the reason for this video. But I just start to add color. I knew I wanted to do a type of galaxy, and I did want some yellow. So that's why I'm going to add the yellow, but then I try so hard to cover it up in the end, and you'll see later in the video. So I want to say that I do not know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I am enjoying doing this. It is super fun and relaxing for me, and I have began to not really care if my project I guess lives up to somebody else's that I was inspired to, or if, I'm not looking for 1 million likes on Instagram or 1 million views on YouTube. I am really starting to create for myself, and it's very freeing because I think we all get lost in the idea of having, a lot of subscribers or the perfect project, or being on this design team, or creating for this, or doing this, and it can get daunting at times, and it can also be discouraging. And I think that with me not being on any more design teams lately, it has been just amazing for me. I don't really even know how to put it into words, but I have been on design teams or, kit club designer or whatever the case may be for quite a few years. And I found myself just creating just to create and kind of just going through the motions. And I was beginning to lose the love for it, I guess. I still love doing it, but it just wasn't the same as when I started, I guess, if that makes sense. I know when we all first start and we first start learning something new, we get excited, and we're super excited about how our project turned out. And I was definitely getting discouraged because this person's project got more likes than my project, or this person's on this design team, or whatever the case may be. And I was just over it. I had enough, and I just am creating for myself and what I enjoy doing. And even if I really don't know what I'm doing, like here, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't really know, I guess, technically how to create a galaxy watercolor painting. I have no idea, but I am enjoying doing it. And that's all that matters to me, is I am just finding it in myself to enjoy the process and enjoy the imperfect process. Because with this in particular project, I found myself not liking it and I was going to redo it. And I find myself doing this a lot. And that's why I have been trying to get out of my own head and just go back to why I create. I love doing it. It is just, it's relaxing, and I don't know, all the different reasons that you can think of why you enjoy, whether it's scrapbooking, card making, watercoloring, painting, whatever you enjoy doing. It doesn't have to be, one particular thing. If you enjoy making music or whatever, your artistic ability is. And it doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's not going to be perfect. There's always going to be somebody that is quote unquote better than you, or somebody that has more followers than you. And it's really not about that. Art is about what is in your heart, and I guess relaying it to whatever you're creating. And I think over the years, I have really tried to do that, and I found myself losing interest in that way. Like I was just, I guess I'll do this again, or I guess I got to do this again because it's a design team deadline, and or swaps. And that's why I really haven't done anything lately, is because I just am wanting to just create for myself. And if you find yourself in the battle of not really enjoying scrapbooking or card making or whatever it is that you do anymore, then you really need to get back to why you started. And if that means cutting out all design team swaps, and even sometimes I feel like I don't want to do videos anymore because it is so time consuming, and I do create for myself sometimes, and it's relaxing. And I just think that even though this is really, really rambling, and it's kind of not like me to ramble like this, but I feel like a lot more people lately have just been discouraged, and we need to try and encourage each other. And my projects aren't going to be like your projects, and your projects aren't going to be like mine. Everybody expresses their art and their ability in different ways, and I just feel like if you're creating from the heart, then your project is going to be beautiful, and it's going to show through your project. And all right, I'm getting a little winded here, but I get saddened sometimes when I see people want to give up on crafting or scrapbooking or whatever, because it's a happy place for so many people. And whether it's people are making rude comments to them, or they just feel overwhelmed or whatever, it makes me really, really sad. And I try to encourage them, like I'm doing here, to just get back to why you started, and just remember what got you into creating, and find that spark inside yourself again. And if it means stepping away from your craft room or your craft desk for a long time, then that's maybe what it has to be. And then you can find your love for it again. And it doesn't have to be crafting, and creating isn't supposed to be a chore. I found myself feeling like that, like it was just a chore. And with all the design team deadlines and everything like that, it just was getting to be too much. And That's why I'm not on any design teams. I do live with Prima, but that's it. It's one project. It's very doable, and it doesn't feel overwhelming to me. And like I said, again, for probably the 100th time in this video, I don't know what I'm doing in this video, and I'm just embracing the imperfect process that I love doing. And I hope that you find it in your heart to do the same. And if this inspired you in any way, my long-winded rambling and all of my ums and my raspy voice because I'm so tired, I hope that you share this video, and I hope that you give it a thumbs up. And tell me why you started crafting and what got you into the art that you love to do. I want to thank you guys for listening, and again, share this video, give it a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.